Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. Hold up. Okay. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about the Real Housewives of New York. I'm late with the review, so we're not going to be as detailed as probably like the previous review I did, but I feel like I'm going to hit the important parts of the episode. Okay, so let's just start off with Bryn. So the episode started off where it left off. Bryn is telling her story. She said that she took Domitab in first grade and she wanted to just go to sleep forever. I said, "Ooh, girl, the first grade? My goodness." So long story short, Bryn has been through a lot. It seems as though she has overcome and she's in a happy, healthy place in her life. I don't think it sounded like she was on medication before. I don't think she's on medication anymore. So shout out to Bryn. I will say this much. You know, I think it's one thing I think that these reality TV shows, they're meant to show your reality, the good, bad, and the ugly. I also understand why people on reality shows don't feel comfortable telling their story in front of people who they may not like on the cast. That makes complete sense to me. Um, you may just want to show it. So, for example, Giselle from Potomac may not want to talk about her relationship issues in front of Dr. Wendy because she don't like Dr. Wendy. But that has nothing to do with you having the conversation with your best sister, your good Judy Robin, right? So the point I'm trying to make is, I just I feel like things should be shared on reality TV because that's the whole purpose of reality TV. But they're saying that this is a safe space, girl, for Brienne to tell her story and to share her story. I just hope that in the future, whether it's season 3 for them or whatever, that don't nobody go back and throw it in her face. Like, oh girl, shut up. Your mama didn't want you, your daddy didn't want you. You see what I'm saying? Kind of how like Marlo did Kenya on Mad Day. It was what type of person mama, you got to be a horrible person for your mama not to want you. Whatever she told Kenya. So while they're saying that this is a safe space and they want to hear Bryn's story, I just hope that when Mad Day does come, because Mad Day gonna come, I hope that what Bryn has decided to share with them and be vulnerable with them, that they don't come back and throw it in her face when they get pissed off at her. Okay. Um, the cackling has hags comment. Aaron brought up Jessel calling them cackling hags. Jenna, girl, so Jenna don't want to be caught in no mess, even though what she did was messy. But girl, that's the name of the show. That's how we keep the mess going. Somebody got to go back and tell what the other person said. You ain't got to tell all the details, but girl, you got to give them a little something. So Jenna gave them a little something to work with. Like, girl, she called y'all a cackling hag. Now Jenna is basically on some. It's not that big of a deal. She would take it as a compliment, or if someone called her a cackling hag, she wouldn't really, think of it as anything bad. Girl, I get that people work differently depending on where you're from, where you grew up. But girl, over here, girl, in the US of the A, girl, if you call somebody a cackling hag, girl, that's not a compliment. Girl. Now it might not be the worst thing somebody can call you, but it's enough for somebody to be like, girl, who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, girl, if somebody call you a cackling hag, girl, you should pop them in their face, right? Or run them over with your car. But girl, I can see how you could be caught off guard. Like, girl, who are you talking to? Girl, where? You know what somebody said in the comment section, that Jessel reminds them of Sutton. I didn't get it at first, but now I feel like I get what they're saying. Basically, you know how Sutton came onto the show, like, oh girl, I thought you were gonna be born because you're pregnant. I feel like Jessel is gonna be the Sutton of New York when she says stuff. And then, girl, the people are offended. And she like, girl, why are you offended? Baby, let me tell you something about Miss Jessel. Girl, we can say what we want to say about Miss Jessel, but baby, Miss Thing, no, girl, I see why she says she's starting her new business and it's going to be called The No. Jessel had the heavy hitters. Jessel had the people in her home. Jessel had the who's who of the fashion world in her home. Now, I don't know these people. Okay. But as soon as that white lady walked in and Brent almost had a fit, the lady for Vogue, I knew it was getting real. These people not only came to support her event, but they came to her home. So we can say what we want to say about Miss Jessel, but I want to give a shout out to Jessel, honey, because Jessel might be one of the girls to girl get you in the door. I see why Jenna was like Jessel knows better than to wear basically logos all over your clothes, girl, from different designers. The Balenciaga bag, the Alexander Wayne coat, like you know better. Now it's starting to make sense because Jessel girl got a little pull, and Jessel know a couple other people. Baby, I did not know Jessel was in her 40s. Remember? Oh, let's talk about Jessel. We're just gonna talk, y'all. I really don't have the. It's too much going on up here for me to just. Um. So we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk, girl. Forget these notes. Jessel. Jessel is in her 40s. I don't know why I thought Jessel was in her 20s, probably like mid 30s. I really did. Jessel, I think is either 43 or 45. I said, girl, now it makes sense. Girl, no tea, no shame. Girl, I said, now it makes sense why her and that man ain't having sex. Jessel having babies in her 40s. Girl, I thought Jessel was in her 20s. I thought Miss Jessel was in her 20s. Girl, if Jessel is 45, that means Jessel got pregnant at 43, right? Maybe late 40, late 42, late 42. Y'all know what I'm saying? About to turn 43. I said, no wonder why her and that man ain't over there fucking, honey. Girl, Jessica is damn near pushing 50. Girl, she tired. Girl, that ain't make sense. Girl, that ain't make all the sense. I said, Miss Thing is 40, damn near 50, and she had twins. Hell, I see why they ain't over there, girl, throwing it back, throwing it in circles, and girl hanging from the chandeliers. Jessel is in her 40s. I said, Jessel look good as hell. And it's okay now. It makes sense because I did not like, even though I thought she looked real pretty with the pink, the pink outfit and her confessional look and the updo. I always thought like, why it's so matronly to me for her. Because in my head, I thought she was like late 20s, probably like mid 30s, and I just felt like that was something that like an older woman would probably wear. Even though 45 is still not old, now it makes sense why she probably had the whole pink get up together. Like she's 45. So Jessel girl, just I now I know why now I see why Jessel ain't had sex in 2 years. Just about it probably shut down, honey. Girl, the kids is having y'all gonna stop having kids when y'all 75 years old. Anyway, child. But yeah, I like Jessel. I think Jessel is I think Jessel is gonna be good TV. I think Jessel is a Kiki. I think Aaron is a Kiki. Girl, they are girl. I was gonna talk about this on Hot Topics, but I'm gonna talk about it right now. Aaron, I guess the stuff is starting to come out that Aaron is a Trump supporter. I don't know, girl. I don't want to. This is gonna sound so messed up. What I'm about to say. I do think it's a tad bit difference between like a Republican versus a Trump supporter. I feel like y'all Trump supporters are weird and crazy as hell. Okay, I really do feel that way. Um, but I don't really care about her being a Trump supporter. I don't. Like, girl, the thing is, I think what it is when I watch, like, girl, if we're gonna be real, girl, do y'all really think that I think that, girl, all these rich white women on the Housewives, girl, they ain't Republican? Like, I think what it is I just want to watch the show. I just want to watch the show. Erin is actually cool to me. She come across as cool to me on from the TV. I don't know that lady in real life. Um, but I saw the story. They're reporting on it. I think it was either Page Six, Radar Online. I think it was Radar Online. And now she's basically backtracking. We'll talk about it in the Hot Topics. But it's kind of like, girl, do I really believe that the Housewives of Beverly Hills, girl, do y'all think I really believe that, girl, the girls that in Miami, girl, I'm sure they probably voted for Trump too. Girl, but it's like, girl, I'm sure it's probably a couple of the girls in Potomac. And girl, believe it or not, I can see one or two of them on Atlanta too. But I also feel like this too. I feel like a lot of the girls, believe it or not, girl, because I heard, Trump is all about, girl, keeping the rich rich and the poor poor. And those tax cuts, I really do believe like a lot of the girls voted for Trump, girl. I know this may sound ignorant, not all of them, because some of y'all just poor and silly, simple minded. But I feel like a lot of the rich girls, the girls in a certain tax bracket, girl, really voted for Trump because, girl, those tax cuts. Girl. And I think they put a lot of shit. I think they turned their head to the side and ignored all the other shit because, girl, they wanted to keep as much money in their pocket as they could. Okay. But yeah, Aaron is cool, but yeah, no, it is what it is. I just want to watch the Housewives and just see them cut up and act the fool. I don't want to care. I don't really care. I know it's gonna sound ignorant, but I really don't care about who they voted for. I don't, because, girl, like I said, girl, I'm not putting past nothing when it comes to any of these heifers. As far as I'm concerned, all of them voted for Trump. But, girl, can I just watch the show or review the show? You know what I'm saying? Um, but anyways, girl, Jessel is a Kiki to me. Aaron is a Kiki. I did find it kind of weird that, girl, Jessel, she got offended by Aaron. Aaron didn't even call her a princess. She called herself a princess. She met up with Aaron later on to have a conversation about, I guess, the whole cackling hag and all that. And Aaron was telling Jessel that she is someone who likes to be catered to. And she was like, "Oh, so you're calling me a princess?" Girl, she didn't call you a princess. She said you like to be catered to. I think when it comes to Jessel, the thing that's gonna get on my nerves is that she's the type of person that once she writes a story in her head. So, like with Jessel, I mean, like with Aaron, you're calling me a princess with her husband. Oh, so you're calling me a bitch? Girl, he didn't call you no bitch. And, girl, she didn't call you no princess. But, girl, that's what you done told yourself in your head. And so that's a story that's gonna stick with Jessel, right? Um, but I find it kind of comical that, girl, she got offended by the thought of Aaron calling her a princess, but she doesn't see what's wrong with being called a cackling hag. Girl, what? I said, come on now, just a girl. Just I get that you're from. I get that I get that you are from the UK, but, girl, you in the US of A now, honey. And you have to know that, girl. Even though, girl, that's how it work over there, girl. Calling the girls cackling hags over here, girl. Girl, they're gonna look at you, right? Um, That's a Jenna got on my nerves trying to act like it was a compliment. Yeah, I did. Psy pretty much has a real business, girl. I was like, okay. Psy got lawyers and girl editors and payroll people she have to pay. Like, she has like a real, like, not, she's just not like on the Instagram just taking pictures. But she's basically legit. Like, she's a real. I guess she's a real. Um, she's a real woman. She's a real. She's a real influencer, right? Girl, when Aaron and Jessel were talking, and girl, and Jessel is. I'm sorry, Jessel is a Kiki to me. Girl, when Aaron and Jessica were talking, and she was like, "Oh yeah, they met in Tribeca." Girl, now from what I thought Beyonce and Jay Z used to live in Tribeca. That's what I thought, girl. So, and I refuse to believe that if that's where they live, girl, they live somewhere that was just up and coming. Okay. So, anyways, girl, Jessa was telling Aaron that, oh yeah, a couple of my friends are moving to Tribeca, and she was like, it's up and coming. And then Aaron was like, it's there, and then Jessa said, is it there? Ow! Girl! I'm sorry, girl. Jessa is funny. Jessa is a kinky to me, girl. Jessa is gonna have the girls start. Say something. Jessa is gonna have the girls on their feet. Girl, Jessa is girl coming to shake. And the thing is, I hope that Jessa doesn't change. I hope that Jessa continues to be the person that she is, because I don't think that Jessa is a horrible person. I don't think she's a malicious person. I think that Jessa just is who she is. And I think she just says whatever she's thinking, even though it doesn't come across as like, it can come across as rude, right? But I don't think it crosses the line of, girl, you about to get your ass whooped. You see what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, girl, did she just say that? Girl, girl, girl. She said, is it there? Girl, she basically, and girl, Aaron was pissed off because Justin just basically said, bitch, you live in a ghetto. She basically said, honey, girl, you live in a hood. Girl, it's up and coming. It's up and coming. It's there. Is it there? Girl, to me, Aaron and Jessa are gonna be like the frenemies. They're gonna be the Kenya and Portia. They're gonna be the Giselle and Karen. That's what Jessa and Aaron are gonna be, and I'm here for it. Okay. However, I think they're trying to make Aaron. I think they're trying to make Jessel out to be this complicated, um, always complaining type of person. Jessel's the stuff that Jessel said in the Hamptons to me, I thought it was legitimate. Girl, it's cold. That's nothing that Jessel didn't say anything that nobody else didn't say, right? I think they all complained about the food. I think about the caviar, right? Jessel made a comment about, girl, the internet is working too fucking slow. Girl, Jessel clearly, girl, based off who I saw in her house, and girl, the titles and names that were popping across my TV screen, Jessel is in the know. So Jessel is someone who probably needs to make sure that she has working Wi-Fi at all times. Okay? So I could see how Jessel could be a little bit frustrated, right? I think that while they're trying to say that Jessel needs to take accountability for the stuff that she said in the Hamptons, they need to take accountability too. Because the truth of the matter is, they didn't do a good job at making Jessel feel comfortable, right? Jessel has already shared with you guys that her and her husband ain't fucked in 2 years, and y'all made it this key topic of conversation. I felt like they did. Then y'all got Jessel walking around here with this girl lingerie on that she doesn't feel comfortable in. And instead of y'all trying to be understanding, right? Because Jessel had already told y'all, I haven't had sex with my man in 2 years. I have a scar across my stomach. So I think if you start to put those things into perspective, you'll start to see that Jessel probably isn't comfortable, right? But instead of y'all latching on that Jessel just doesn't feel comfortable right now, it was, oh, Jessel's just being rude. Now, was the correct thing to do that most people have been taught to do is just to take the gift and then talk about it when a person leaves. Oh, thank you so much for the gift. Kind of like how Aaron did when Jenna brought her a gift to her home the last episode, and Jenna said, "I'll open it when you." I mean, not Jenna. Aaron said, "I'll open it when you leave." So just in case if this shit is ugly, you ain't got to worry about seeing it on my face. It's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word, okay? You don't have to say a word. You don't have to say a word. Okay. So, anyways, so yeah, I just feel like Jessel is a little misunderstood, right? I hope Jessel doesn't change after this episode. I mean, after this season, because I have noticed with a lot of the girls that they start to get online, they get on Twitter, and then they start to sway. They start to change because of the feedback from the fans instead of being just who they are. But I'm here for Jessel and Aaron. I really am. And the look feud they're gonna have. What else? Um, Jenna selling her clothes. Girl, that quilted coat that she had. Oh my god, I thought that thing was so sickening. Oh, girl, it was like this quilted, like bronze, goldish, like jacket coat, and it like had a high hood. Girl, oh my god, y'all know I'm a coat fanatic, anyways. I think, girl, if I lived somewhere where it was really cold, like New York, DC, somewhere like New York, I think my coat game would be sickening. I do. Girl, all I will wear is coats and tennis shoes, coats and boots. That's all I will wear. That would be my whole outfit. Every day a different coat, girl, and some accessories, accessorize, baby, accessorize. Um, Oh, Jessel's event. Oh, Jessel had an event to raise money for kids in India. The event was really, really cute. We already talked about that. I'm really impressed. Like, I'm really impressed. Let me tell you, the simple fact that Bravo went out of their way to make sure they put the names, the positions, the titles of the people that were walking into Jessel's home lets me know that, girl, these are some heavy hitters. Okay. Those bags that they were selling at Jessel's event, cute. Now, girl, I can't afford it. So, girl, when I saw sitting 2,200 and 2,400 in that book, you know I paused the TV. I said 24. I said, oh, girl. But I figured that's how much the price range would be. I mean, look who's there. So I wouldn't expect her to have any bags for $500. I was expecting thousands of dollars. Um, Jessel, I guess, is offended that people think that she didn't work for her money, or Aaron didn't work. I think she's offended that Aaron thinks that she didn't work for her money because she's still in her head. Aaron was calling her a princess. Sai was basically telling her, "Mate, it was ignorant what Sai said in a way, like basically because of how you look and because of your accent, people probably think that you come from money." Um, but Jessel wants the people to know that she worked. Girl, she started from the bottom. Now I'm here, right? But girl, just like everybody else said, girl, if you call me old money, then girl, I ain't got no money. But if you call me old money, honey, I'm putting my hair behind my ears. Thank you. You look like old money. Thank you. Thank you. Girl, that's a compliment where I'm from. To tell somebody like they look like old money, girl. Thank you. Okay. But Joseph says she want the people to know, honey, she worked hard to get where she was at. Um, and then Jenna, it was weird. Jenna, instead of, I don't know, it's weird because I thought that Jenna really did have an event to go to, and maybe she just didn't know. She had to probably go. People who are busy, but they got to look at their calendars and schedules and see. Okay, girl, I know I got something going on Friday. I just don't know. But girl, she was really basically just decorating her Christmas tree with her son, which is not a not as which is not an issue. It's just the issue. I think the issue. I was with the girls. Why not just say, "Oh, girl, I can't make it Friday because my son is coming into town. I only get to see him every other week, and this is the week that I'm having him. And Friday, I plan on decorating my tree and spending time with my son and my godchildren." That's it. So I don't know what that was about. Why Jenna called it an event when, girl, she was really just spending time with her son and her godchildren. I would love to be Jenna's godchild. Girl, she probably hooked them up with clothes and access. Ooh, and a little bit, and she probably get them a little nice little change. for Christmas time. Anyways, girl, that was pretty much the episode. Yeah, because I have to go, y'all. Yeah. All right, y'all. That was it. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.